Hello everyone, welcome to the first day of clay production. The first thing you will need to do is remove your clay from the bag with your name on it. At the end of class, any scrap clay will go inside that bag, and I will show you how to put away the rest of the clay later on. You will not take the entire clay at once. Maybe start off with whatever a handful would be for you. For me, this would probably be about right. I'm going to start by just kind of using two hands and going back and forth until it's kind of shaped like that. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use one hand. Do not use both hands. If you use both hands, it's going to be falling apart a little bit. So you definitely want to just use one hand, and you're going to make what is called a coil. We are making coils today, which are like little snakes. You want it to be even all the way around as much as possible. Just use, the best place to use is not your fingertips actually, it's actually the palm of your hand. And you want to kind of go all the way up and all the way down. If you go a little bit like that, you're going to get a shape like that, which you really don't want. You want to go all the way up and all the way down like that. Did that to show you what it's going to look like, but you want to make it go around at least 2 times, up and back, up and back, up and back, and you're going to keep on going until you have a uniform. Now, would you say that's uniform? I would say it's not. It's too skinny there and not, well, it's actually just the right skinniness there, but not skinny enough over there. You might actually want to start off with a smaller piece. Yeah, I'm going to actually break this off, and we'll start with that big of a piece because it's a little bit too much. So I'm going to keep on going. And remember, use the palm of your hand. Go up and forth, one hand. Easy does it. And when the area looks like it's getting thin enough, then you want to stop. I would say that that's probably a nice size rope. That's actually really big. It's probably a little too big. And what you're going to do is you're going to do a coil. So you're going to start in the middle. And I am going to wrap it around using this paper because when I have it on this cardboard square like this, what it's going to do is it will allow me to turn it easy. So everybody's going to have a cardboard square, and then you're going to wrap it around like that. Now you're going to have to what's called, you're going to need to blend that in. If you don't blend it in, it's going to just fall apart like that. Don't want that to happen. So you're going to use your fingers to blend it on in. I'm going to put it right back together. And if it's all uniformly the same width, should be pretty easy to do. Okay, so how we blend it in is you just use the tip of your thumb. Actually, your thumb is really the best smoothing tool that you have. And you want to kind of smooth it all into place. Just like this. Now you have a solid little circle, which is going to be the base. Now, if you are thinking about doing one of the vases that I showed you that has a stem, in other words, it has like a little circle part and then over there, you're not going to build that until last. This is actually going to be the bottom of whatever bowl that you have, and if you decide to add a stem, that will need to be done last. And the reason why is because you're not going to be able to build the rest of it otherwise. So you'll see on one side you have this really cool coil design, and the other side it's flattened out, and that's fine. I'm going to leave that part on the bottom like that. Then I'm going to take another coil. I'm going to make another coil, and I'm going to start making this one nice and thin too. You want it about the thinness of maybe like your pinky or a finger. You don't want it too thin. If you do it too thin, you're going to be wasting a lot of time wrapping it around a whole lot. If it's too thick, it's not going to bend so easy. So you really need to find an area where it should be the right thickness. Okay, now again, I've got a really nice long one, which is good, because we are going to be wrapping this and wrapping it and wrapping it and wrapping and wrapping, wrapping. Okay, so that looks about uniform, close enough. If it's not perfect, it's not really that consequential. Okay, then I'm going to start by going on the outer edge. Remember, this is the bottom of the biggest part, so like I said, if you're thinking about a stem, you're not going to start in the middle, you're still going to start over here. And then you're going to go around. Okay, and there we go, and then there's the first wrap. Now, every time you go directly on top, you're going to be building it straight up. If, however, you want one that dips inside, which probably wouldn't be a good idea to start off with, I would imagine it would need to come out before you want to make it smaller. You can slightly push it out that way, just a little bit, make the circle a little bit bigger. But if you want it to get smaller, then you're going to push it in a little bit. All right, and I'm not going to smooth it just yet. I'm going to wait until I have maybe 3 or 4 rings, and then I'm going to start smoothing. And I'm going to make another piece. Not 2 hands, just one, using the palm, and making sure you go all the way up. I'm going to just kind of squish that into place. If you see an area get a little too skinny, don't get too concerned about it. Just squish it right back into place, and it does the trick just fine. All right, so now I'm up to the second coil. What happened there? I don't know. I'm going to take that part off. I don't like the way that worked out. It felt like it had a big air bubble in the middle. The more you roll things around, the less air bubbles you'll have, so that's the important thing. Okay, so then I'm going to start right here. And I'm going to make this go around again. Started right where I left off. And then I'm going to go around for the next level. You're going to keep on going for as long as you have time in class today. And if you want to smooth the inside, you just simply use your fingers. Your thumb is always a good tool when you put your fingers on the outside edge. You always have to support the outside edge, because if you just start going like that and picking and prodding at it, there's a chance you could put a hole in it, which is not what you want to do. And the thing about it is we definitely want to smooth the outside edge too, so that we can do some really nice sgraffito later. So we want to smooth both the inside and the outside. Now when class is over, hopefully if you guys are paying attention and you do a good job, you could have something like this. And the way we're going to put it away is we're going to put a dry paper towel on the inside and a damp one on the outside, and we're going to put it in the big plastic bag that I'm going to give you. You're not going to put it in here. Instead, I'm going to put my extra clay in here for the day. All right, so I'm going to show you how this works. So you're smoothing it, the outside and the inside. Or if you don't want to smooth the inside, you don't really have to, but I would really prefer that you do smooth the outside, because we are going to do a really cool sgraffito trick with that. And you're just going to build it up, build it up, build it up. And that's it for the day. Enjoy, have fun. We can put it in the bag with this on the cardboard like this. It won't stick to it because it's cardboard. And the other thing is that you will be able to turn it quite easily without having to turn the entire mat. But you will have a mat and a cardboard. Okay, great. Have a good day.